Oh man, where do I start? First off, the players, a bunch of resilient dudes that we got in our locker room, man. Thursday, I swear I can't make this up. Our starting quarterback goes down. Our center steps on his ankle. He's out. Literally, next play, we lost Balaj, our running back, with Achilles, tore his Achilles. I want to talk about an all-time low towards the end of practice. Was an all-time low. It was the first in my career ever in football I've ever seen you losing a starting quarterback and you starting running back on back-to-back plays. We made a trade for Kurt. He literally got in Thursday morning, did all the carded practice. Really didn't know much of what was going on. Pass came in. Jawan, I thought he did an awesome job. Going into the season, with him, my plans was really just giving him an opportunity to learn how to be a pro. I think in his career he really never got the coaching nor, an opportunity. So I thought, sitting behind Jack and Reed was probably the best thing for him, and to really just go ahead and development, and really just develop him as a quarterback. Due to injuries, his opportunity came a lot sooner than expected. We tried to keep things simple for him, and I thought he held his own. First time we went out there, outside of, doing the carded script for the look team, he went against our number one defense. So we went one-on-ones. He drove the ball down there and put us in position to score. So he kind of earned his stripes going against our defense and driving the ball the way he did on practice. So we did that on Friday. And I said, you know what, to do that, it's kind of hard because for our third quarterback, you don't get preseason games to really go out and show what you can do. So it was hard for me to really truly get an evaluation. But him going against our defense during a 2-minute period, he drove us down there and put us in field goal range. We kicked the field goal, and we did that. So that was really my opportunity to really see what he can do in live competition. So I thought both quarterbacks, they went out there and did what they had to do. I really put this one on our defense. I told them, when you have circumstances like we went through with Thursday, you guys have to score a touchdown, find a way. And they gave me 2 turnovers. It's something that I asked them this morning. Just give me 2. When we get to the other side of the 50, we're in scoring territory, just think of it as automatic 3 points at least. So you got to protect the points. We at least got 3, walk away with 3 points. Our kicker, John, had a baby reveal party yesterday. He's having a little girl, so I knew he's living at an all-time high, man. So he rose to the occasion, knocked down some key field goals for us. So it was a total team collaboration, man. Just a bunch of resilient guys considering what happened on Thursday. A lot of teams would just break and throw in the towel, when you lose your starting quarterback and running back on back-to-back plays. So.
Coach Jacob Richmond, JR Sports Texas. Obviously, these last 2 games, very close, coming down to just number of plays. Is there anything in particular you feel you can attribute to being on the right side this time around? Obviously, I know you're working with a different personnel.
You know what? Just resiliency. The guys never quit. We were up 9-0 going into half. They came out, they got the ball, they scored 3. We turned the ball over, they scored again. Our guys could have easily been, oh no, here we go again. Seems like the second half, as always, kind of came back and bitten us in the tail by not finishing games. So the fact that, and we know there's going to be some adversity in the game. It's just a matter of how you overcome it. And I think this year, I showed the guys, we're 1-4, but you look at our point differential, we only lost by 5.75, points, less than a touchdown a game. So we've been in every game. We just didn't know how to find a way to win games, find a way to finish games. And today we finished. I was more happy for the players, having battled their tails off all season long, but find a way to finish and get the W. So bunch of Brazilian guys, hats off to Arlington, man. I split with Coach Bob Stoops, man. All my buddies call me. He's like, man, you got to beat Bob. Bob's played a national championship game, so it was one of my signature wins as a head coach, man. And I respect the hell out of Bob. He's always been giving me advice. Joining the board, the XFL, man. He's the OG in the coaching world. So, he came up to me after the game. He said, man, considering what you went through, kudos to you of keeping those guys together and finding a way to win. So I'll take it. Any praise you get from a guy who's been in the game and been at the highest level and has success, man, it's just it's an awesome feeling. I'm more excited for the players than I am for myself because I see the hard work and everybody's buying into it. We just hadn't had the wins come out like we wanted to. So to see that, we fought hard, we let them back in the game, but then we found a way to finish it. It's just a testament to our players and our coaching staff for just continuing to work and grind and get better each and every day, and for us to just take it one game at a time.
Kevin Lewis here from Dope Sports. Jordan Williams had 14 tackles today. He was all over the field. What did you see out there from him today?
He could have had 25 tackles. He missed the tackles. It was the same thing last week, man. Jay Will, man, has been awesome. Kind of guy who came into the season, really nobody didn't know him. We're talking about opportunity and making the most of it, man. This guy's a tackling machine. Great football IQ. He has a knack for flying around the football. He's one of our leaders. He leads by example. Just his positive attitude that he brings each and every day to practice. He doesn't waver. He's constantly working on his craft, getting better, always encouraging others. So I love the heck out of Jay Will, man. He's a hell of a player. Good person.
Coach, playing the same team back-to-back weeks, obviously with the week that you had, what adjustments did you make, and how important was it for your team to learn how to win, losing at home last week and now winning on the road this week?
Well, we had to make two adjustments. We get to Wednesday with a game plan and then having to totally flip our whole script and how we do things based on the circumstances, losing our quarterback and our running back. But, we really didn't change too much. It's just more when you're playing a team back-to-back weeks like we did, it just really comes down to execution. We know their personnel. We knew how they were going to play certain formations. But our guys played hard. Jaquez, man, he ran the ball hard, man. He ran his tail off today. And that's what it comes down to, man. You never know who's going to be the guy. We just got a bunch of guys that don't quit, man, and whoever gets the praise, it really doesn't matter, man. These kids just fighting their tail off to win, and I think that's a big part of being in the XFL. Some of these guys are here for a reason. Maybe when adversity hits, some of these guys put their head down and they linger and let it linger on game after game. You can't do that, So I think with all the trials and tribulations we went through this whole season, to be 2-4 and still have a chance to be in the playoffs when we haven't played our best ball yet. We still didn't score a touchdown offensively, so we're still grinding, We're playing with literally our third and fourth group up front, no excuses because other teams are playing with banged up offensive line. So it's just, that's just how it's going to be for the remainder of the season. It's going to be a different guy that step up week in and week out.
Coach, I got a couple questions from San Antonio. What was the thought process on how to rotate Binkert and pass?
Well, Juwan, like I said, I had no intentions on playing him this season. I really just wanted him to get developed, to learn what it takes to be a professional, because I saw something in him that maybe a lot of coaches gave up on him. So, he still has a long ways to go. He's still learning the game. still trying to teach him at that position. You have to be, the leadership skills have to come out. You can't just be one of the guys and you're playing quarterback. You have to be the guy. When they look at you in the huddle, they have to see confidence. They have to see positivity. They have to have ownership, knowing that you're going to lead us down the field and score some touchdowns. So he's still young, but he has a big-time arm. He made some plays with his feet. The more reps he gets, the better he's going to become as a quarterback. So I look for him. I'm going to split up reps. Kirk just has the experience. He's been, in the NFL on practice squads for about 5 or 6 years now. He's looking for an opportunity. It was kind of unfair for me to throw him in there, but he said, "Coach, I'll be ready." And your mind tell you you're going to be ready, but at the speed of the game, it's a lot different. You can't just get off the couch and think you're going to play pro ball. It's not that easy. If it was, then why practice, right? So I love his energy. I love what he brings to the table. We found a way to get this win, and we'll go back to the drawing board next week and get ready for Vegas.
Last question. What is the feeling like in the locker room to have come through in a must-win game and get back in the win column?
It feels good, man. I'm never going to apologize for wins. I've been where these guys wanted to go. I want it more for them than they probably do themselves. I see the hard work that they put into it. To be 2-4, we can easily be 4-2. We played with the best teams in our league. We played with Houston. We went down to the wire. We didn't score. We had the ball on the 1-yard line. So these are all learning moments for us to get better. Now in the second half of the season, we get a chance to play these teams again. And I think that's what happened with Arlington. We got an opportunity to play them back-to-back weeks. I know our players felt confident that what Arlington did to us in the first game, it was really what we did to ourselves and not execute. So Vegas be a first time for us going out to Vegas, playing the new team. They're struggling just like we are offensively. They're trying to find their identity. They have some banged up guys up front. They're rotating their quarterbacks just like we are. So, Rod and I, we go way back, man. So I know he wants it just as much as I do, not just for himself, but for his players. So looking forward to that matchup. We got a short week. We'll celebrate this. Coaches will evaluate it tonight, get back to practice, putting in the game plan in the morning, and getting ready on a short week to go out to Vegas and see if we can improve our second half season and go 2-0 with just one game at a time.
All right, thanks, Coach.
That's it. Thank you. Have a good one.